Well, good evening, folks. Hockey 605 with you here tonight. We're happy to have you here. This is Randy McKee calling the game for you and videoing the game. And have with me, I think, the best color man in South Dakota hockey with me, Brian Prisby. Brian, good to have you here tonight.
Thanks, Randy. I think maybe one of two color hockey commentators in the state of South Dakota. So.
Well, we have a lot of fun.
It is fun. It's a blast. Senior night tonight.
Yeah, you know, saw a few tears down there on the ice a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I think there's actually 5 of the 6 starters are seniors, so seniors getting the start today.
And folks, cool. We want to have you stick around right at the end of the first period here. We're going to have Betsy Otta, who's manages the high school league. And we're off here. And we're going to talk to Betsy a little bit about what's going on in high school hockey. Ben Prisby already on the job for the Flyers. That comes out to Doyle. He's banged up against the board there by Anderson, but
Anderson getting
Yankton
a start
on the run.
Tonight.
There's
Been
Nelson.
A little banged up.
He finds Caleb Anderson. You know, it's kind of nice to see Caleb out there. He's been working with a strained MCL and trying to let that thing heal up.
Yeah, he's a key player. There's no doubt about that. And I think I don't know how many shifts he'll see tonight, but I'm sure he'll get a few, especially since it's senior night.
Ben Prisby chases a puck to the end and kicks it out. Battle along the boards. Bakke comes out with that. He tries to get it around and can't. Big hit there by Dardis. And Winkelpleck tries to put one in. That bounces off a Yankton player. Hoekstra, he sends it on around. Dardis on it in the corner. Hoekstra gets dumped there in front of the goal. Winkelpleck getting a little pressure from behind there. He dumps it. Flyers are going to do a change up here. That's a long puck out of the back, and that's going to be icing. That was a quick 2 minutes of hockey there, Brian.
It was a little bit of back and forth. Probably might turn out to be a similar game to last night, but I hope for a little bit more competitive game here.
You know, by virtue of last night's game, this team has crawled into second place, and that's kind of by virtue of having scored a lot of goals and haven't they haven't allowed nearly the goals that Oahe have. So Evans.
Oh, DeBerg with the goal.
Yeah.
Nice pass, one-timer.
Nice little pass, you know, just front door.
Right. Knew where his guy was going to be, and he had to stick on the ice and one-timed it in. It's like you're supposed to do it.
Amazing. It's amazing what happens when you show up where you're supposed to show up at the right time.
And good to see the third and fourth line getting a goal there, too.
Yeah.
The bench didn't give him a whole lot of love over there either, did they?
Nelson after the puck now for the Flyers. He knocks it around to Hackett. That misses. Cole DeBerg credited there at that goal. Wynat tries to put it in. Yankton have guys there. Just very well covered right now by the Flyers. DeBerg touches across to Thie. Winkelpleck touches that out of the way. Now Caleb Anderson turning around, taking a look, making a little space for his team. He touches across to Lehman. Lehman looking for Janicek up top, can't find him. Anderson comes back across. Jacob Otta on the ice now for the Flyers.
Big hit by Anderson there.
Winkelpleck goes across. They connect with Anderson in the middle. He can't hold on to the puck. Lehman again. He comes across the Winklepleck. Nice centering pass there to Otta. Otta flips it on. That's knocked down by Wynant.
Oh.
Flyers had the bodies there. Just didn't work out that time. Baki can't hold on to the puck there for Yankton. Otta now. He's behind. He's got Nelson loaded up. Nelson goes through. Now Hackett. He fires. That came out. Nelson with the puck now. He puts it on behind. Otta with the puck now. And that got lost. Nelson again. He puts it in. It goes wide right.
A lot of action down here in the Miracle End so far to start this game.
Yeah, you know, you got to get that puck out of your end because good things don't happen when you're defending in your end. Chase Adams has a long skate. He gets pinned up. Here's Ben Prisby. Touches over to Hackett. Hackett lets one go. That's deflected on its way in.
Oh, good hit there by Yankton.
Ben Prisby fires. That's a good save there by Wiedenbach. And that'll be icing.
Good pressure by Sioux Falls.
Yeah, you know, the Sioux Falls are not the kind of team that you want to have them possessing the puck in your end of the ice. You'll pay the price for that every time.
They moved the puck well. There's no doubt about that. Know where guys are. Just evident of that first goal. They knew where the guy was right in the high slot, got it to him, and capitalized.
And they really have it as they hold the puck. They really circulate nicely through the zone. Flyers moving the puck again. Lehman kicks it forward, takes a hit. That shot goes wide.
Oh, got him with a penalty. Mitchell Varvara finishing his check, just like you're supposed to do. And the defenseman has the puck, you're supposed to kind of give him a little extra step, let that defenseman know you're going to get a little pressure. And
yeah,
apparently the official down there didn't like that.
So now you have a double problem. You're playing in your end, defending in your end, and you're down a man.
Flyers are pretty good on the power play last night, too.
Yeah, they were. Ben Prisby, he touches it into Caleb Anderson. Back to Prisby. He fires. Wiedenbach takes care of that one. Janasek tried getting something going in the corner but couldn't. Burt sets it up. Out it comes. Tried to connect with Otta as he skated up. Couldn't. Now it's back to Ben Prisby. Here comes Otta. He can score from there. Winklepleck. Touches over to Prisby. Back to Winklepleck. They go to the corner to Otta. They're trying to center it up to Anderson. Can't. Bad touch out of the bat.
He's not afraid to hit, is he?
No.
He leveled a guy last night, too. For a little guy.
Yeah.
Plays about 6'2". He's probably about 5'8", 150.
Here comes Adams. He's got Becker with him.
Nice play
right
by the defenseman there for Yankton.
Nelson puts it on around. Adams trying to find a way out. Flyers content to fire. Oh man. I was just going to say Flyers were content to just possess, and all of a sudden Sam Prisby fires that in.
Big lane opened up for him. And
yeah.
He's never been afraid to shoot, that's for sure.
Well, he wasn't that time when he got a goal for his team. They're up 2-0. A little under 10 left in the first period. Like I mentioned, we're going to have Betziata come visit us between the first and second here tonight and talk a little bit about high school hockey. And we'll probably end up talking a little bit about some of these guys. It's senior night here for this team. That's kicked in behind.
Uh-oh.
Mighty dangerous moment. Yankton had a couple guys right there in front of the goal. Wynant skating around with the puck. He tries to center but can't connect. Becker takes a pop.
Oh, nice move. Getting some scoring opportunities out of the fourth line here.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Build a little confidence for them. Getting late in the season here.
Yeah, you know, and just like the sequence where Yankton had the puck right down in front of the Flyers' goal, you know, you gotta capitalize on those opportunities. Baki, he puts it on around. Winklepleck, he puts it in the corner. Perksalis now for Yankton. He's trying to get it out of there. Too many Flyers around to do that, though. Benson. He was trying to come across to Baki. Perksalis tried to hit that in. That bounced off a Flyer on its way in. Barger loses it. Now here comes Winklepleck. He's got a couple guys with him. He gets it up to DeBerg.
Oh, good pass.
Yeah, DeBerg threaded that through for a one-timer.
Nice play.
That went over.
He's having a good couple nights here. A couple goals last night. A real heads-up, unselfish play there.
Janicek. That's blocked on its way in. And it looks like the goal came out. We want to thank a couple of our Yankton sponsors. Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates of Yankton and Yankton Motor Company. We'll talk a little bit more about them, but we're sure happy to have them on board, helping bring this live stream out there to you folks. That was touched out of there by Wiedenbach. Yankton just having all sorts of trouble getting out of their end. Flyers have just about every lane cut off on them. Palmer comes forward. He launches. That goes way high. Janicek touches it back behind. Hackett battles there with Palmer in the corner. Doyle has a shot. That goes wide right. Cross now trying to get it center. That's intercepted by Otta. Here comes Caleb Anderson.
All Anderson here by himself. Oh, good defense by Yankton.
They doubled him and got him off the puck.
Nice.
And that's iced. 6 minutes left here in the first period.
Sometimes when a team feels a little pressure, they're just apt to ice the puck.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times here.
Yeah. Well, the pressure's been pretty much relentless from the time the puck dropped, even though they have created some good opportunities. Yankton have. Hub skating forward. He gets knocked off the puck. Adams now. He fires.
Good save.
That's blocked by Wiedenbach. Yeah, I got to talk to a few of the Yankton players on the way in tonight. They have never played here, so they were really looking forward to that.
Yeah, they
Ben
haven't
Prisby.
been at the varsity level for too many years. I don't recall playing them the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think they were JV champs last year.
I know they were banned. Uh-oh, here's a good opportunity here.
That's Vavra. He fires. Bert keeps it out somehow.
Good save. Shot it so hard, knocked him over, but he managed to make the save. So he caught an edge there as the shot came in. Good sportsmanship there, too, by the Yankton player, giving Burnt little knuckles after the play, knowing he came in there hard. Good to see.
Game's still early. They're teenage boys. Oh, that one comes in really quick. It just went wide right. Baki sends it deep. Comes on around. Now it's back behind again, or heading that way. Nelson touches it out.
Good pressure here by Yankton. Cycling it down low here.
They got Benson there behind. He tries to wrap around from long range. That was Koletsky there. Nelson pops it over to Dardis.
Another opportunity here.
That gets stolen. That was tacked.
Good shift here by Yankton. Best shift of the game so far, keeping it down in the Sioux Falls zone.
Yep.
Attacking the puck.
Nelson bags it out. Doyle put it right back in. And now it's the Flyers icing the puck. Quite a rare occurrence so far tonight. Folks, Randy Preston, Mr. Hockey, just talking about us being here and talking about the live show this week on the ice. We're going to do it 4 o'clock Sunday. Going to be live coming out of the Iceplex. Evans, that gets blocked coming through. Lehman after it. It gets centered now. Here comes Evans. He flips one in.
Held on to that too long.
Winklepleck touches it out. There's a lot of Yankton guys along that board there. Evans dumps it. Flyers change it up. 2.5 minutes left now in the first. It's intercepted by Otta. He launches it, goes high and left.
Not a good shot there with 2 guys crashing in that hard. You got to shoot that low, hoping for the rebound.
That was Barger trying to get through. Couldn't. Now List. He sends it across. Janicek sends it long. It goes on around. There's Caleb Anderson with the puck.
Good pass.
He touches it into Janicek. Janicek getting bumped around there a little bit, but keeping his head.
Their goalie.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what I always teach my defensemen. Good save by Robert.
Sends it through. Boy, that was a great centering pass there. Nobody was there. Sam Prisby now skating into the corner. He wins the puck for the Flyers. Sends it up to Ben Prisby. What a great opportunity. Ben Prisby puts it over.
Good save by the goalie down there. Point blank shot.
Ben Prisby back at center now. He touches over to Sam. That goes in the corner. 1 minute left. Winklepluck with the puck now. He gets bumped off it. Winklepluck not a big guy, but he's not afraid to tangle it up with anybody out there.
No, he's not at all.
Just 45 seconds
Trip
left.
on somebody. Pretty sure the ref called a penalty there, but no one's making an effort to go to the bench. Probably didn't see what he did. I didn't see what he did. 2 guys just banging one another.
Yeah.
That's hockey.
Just playing hockey. Benson makes a try at it. No,
Good
he dumps
hustle
it.
by Colby Benson there, killing a penalty.
He had Barger up there. Here comes Jacob Otta. He touches over to Caleb Anderson. Big pile up there in front of the goal.
Puck sitting on the goal line there. Good rush by Otta.
Yes. And a shot. Oh,
nice shot.
Good shooting, Tex. I thought I heard that come off some iron on the way through.
Bar down is another word for that. We heard a few of those clanks last night.
Yes, we did.
They weren't going in. That one did.
Boy, ain't it grand when things are working for you.
Yeah.
Just 15 seconds left here. And we'll be joined immediately by Betsy Otta. Brian and Betsy are going to have a little visit about high school hockey. And time ticks away on the period. So there's the numerical story of the first half. And we'll get our folks lined up here. Okay.
high school hockey. All right, we're here with Betsy Otta. She's the team coordinator for both teams, Betsy, for the Sioux Falls Flyers, Varsity Orange and Blue, or just Blue?
I'm the high school league manager.
High school league manager. All right, apologize. At this point in the season, I should probably know what your title is. Considering I have 2 kids on the team. But Betsy, tell us a little bit about what you've done this year, kind of about what the Sioux Falls Flyers do as far as traveling and what your responsibilities are kind of throughout the year.
Well, my responsibilities are organizing the travel tournaments for the Varsity Orange, JV White, and Varsity Blue. Varsity Blue has had 3 tournaments out of state. I believe they were all in Minnesota. And Varsity Orange has had the Rooster Cup, and then they also had a tournament in Fargo, which they were pretty competitive in just a couple weeks ago. And JV had 4 tournament opportunities this year, which they haven't had in the past. Usually they kind of get 1 or 2. And they had a preseason. They had Brookings. They went to Albert Lee. And then they'll have state. So they did have 3 and 4, including state. So I set those up, kind of coordinate for the state tournaments. And then just kind of in-house things like busing and practices and that kind of thing.
All right, you mentioned busing. That's kind of a unique thing that I think we do as association. I know some of the other teams travel, but talk a little bit about what we do is for travel for the Sioux Falls Flyers, the bus situation.
For our high school league, JV and varsity, we have our teams travel as a team on the bus. It's a good time for team building. They're always with their coaches. And I think the parents really appreciate it because they know their players are going to get there safely to and from. The parents can attend or not, depending on what the rest of their family is doing. So I think it's really a nice benefit for our league, for the parents, the families, and the players. It's a great time for them to be together. I think the kids really enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's free for the parent. Well, it's not free. We have to write a check for the bus fee, but the kids, the portion of that fee is for the kids. But the parents want to hop on the bus and go to Rapid or Pier, like we're going tomorrow. We don't have to fork out any extra money, which is really nice. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about tonight with senior night. So you've got a junior, so maybe not as near and dear to your heart, but what kind of were some of the events? What did we do here at the rink tonight to celebrate the 5 or 16 seniors that we have?
Actually, it is near and dear to my heart because, like your kids, we've known them all for many years. Jake's played with a lot of these kids, so we get to know the families pretty well, like we know you and Stacy and several of the other kids. And if we didn't know them before this year, we really get to know them this time because we travel so much together. So we had 6 seniors on Varsity Blue. We have 9 seniors between Varsity Orange and JV White, and that is tomorrow night, senior night. They had their banners out in the lobby. We did a photo shoot at the Falls, which we've never done before. Julie Becker was a wonderful help in getting that done. We also included the girls varsity for the photo shoot, and the girls varsity senior night is Saturday the 21st. So that's kind of good to know. But they each got a banner with the Falls in the background. We have huge banners here on display at the rink, which we've never had before. Thank you, Brian Prisby. And then they also have a little write-up, and we have a special program for our seniors tonight.
Yeah, it's a fun day. I know there's some tears being shed looking at all the photos. They did the tripod photos, and just to see the flashbacks of when they were mites and squirts and peewees and bantams and all the memories that we've had over the years, and to think that in about less than 10 games, most of their hockey careers will be over, and then what are we going to do?
Well, and I think another thing that was cool that you and Stacy did and several other parents, they included some of their other hockey accomplishments. Some of them are national champions. So that's very exciting to have everyone see what else your kid does. We have some golfers, we have some baseball players. They've included information about that. And some of the boys have been together since they were very young. So to see the pictures of them together when they were little, and now their pictures when they're seniors in high school. It's really fun for all of us to get to see.
It is. It's fun. It's been a fun, what are we doing this for 14 years now, 13 years, and I'm going to sure miss watching Ben play hockey, and I know when Jacob's done after next year, you don't have another kid in the program. I got 2 more years left, but I don't know what we'll do with our winners when they're all said and done. So, well, Betsy, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done over the years, not just this year, but you've been an instrumental part of Sioux Falls Flyers for years, and you make the very seamless this year. So thanks for all that you've done, Betsy. Yeah.
Thanks, Rocky 605. coming out.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, now we know Brian Prisby has great interviewing skills too. Never let your coach see you do something that good, because you'll be doing it now forever, Brian.
Well, I've known Betsy for a long time. Jacob's right in between Ben and Sam in age, so we've always been with an Ada. And
I really like Betsy. She's one of those people that puts her money where her mouth is every single day,
Yeah, she certainly does. She has a little spunk to her, and she's not afraid to tell you how she feels. But I tell you what, she gets stuff done. It's a well-oiled machine, and there's going to be some. Hopefully, she'll do it again next year. But after Jacob's gone and graduated, there's going to be some big shoes to fill there.
Yep.
And not to mention her husband, Jared, who, if you know Jared, he's a character and a fun guy to hang out with. Great family.
Well, folks, we're going to give you a little bit different view here. Watch the Zamboni clean the ice and turn the mic off here for a couple minutes, and we'll be back with you in about 9 minutes.
Yeah, watch our big boy Kyle Pesca there on the Zamboni. Bantam A, East Coach. Zamboni
Second period
driver.
coming up. And here we are, folks, ready to start the second period. Yankton looking to draw themselves back into the game here. Doyle now, the puck, he sends it back. They missed with that pass. Hackett sends it long. He's got Ben Prisby after it. They get it on around. And Nelson after the puck. Gravera's after him. Nelson puts it back around. Kind of balled up along the boards there. Adams. He's harassed there by Stevenson. And out comes Adams. That gets
held on to
back.
that puck too long there.
Yeah, there's not too many guys you can get away with carrying that puck very far,
No.
that's for sure.
Oh, here's an ooh. A couple guys streaking free there for Yankton. Just missed on the extension pass.
Neither team right now developing any kind of rhythm, though.
No, pretty sloppy start, that's for sure.
Winklepleck, he fires, that goes wide left. Lehman touches it back. That gets by Benson. Burt sending around the corner. Back to Dardis. That gets slapped in there, runs into Winklepleck on the way in. Yankton have a couple guys back there, but they're soon joined by a lot of Flyers. That was a good shot, knocked out of there off a skate. Hoekstra's.
A little bit of a late icing call there. I think he had to think about that one for a second.
I don't make the calls, sir. I just tell them what happened.
Flyers coaches are got a rise out of that one.
Nelson, he sends it around.
There's another icing.
He had DeBerg on the other side. He just got away a little quicker on him.
Yeah, he's got to anticipate that. He knows what's coming. He's got to read that play.
And he had a lot of ice in front of him. He was behind the whole defense.
What I don't understand. You got to make that play all of a sudden. Hey, you've got a scoring opportunity, but instead you're slow. Feet are slow, and now it's an icing in your zone.
You know how easy the game is from up here?
Yeah, isn't that the truth? I apologize, Cole.
Well, that's all right. You're a coach, man.
But guys on a fourth line like that, like Cole, you need to make those opportunities happen so you can move yourself up to a third line.
Oh, a really nice cross to DeBerg.
Yeah. But there he went hard to the net, so there's a good play.
Yeah. Couldn't quite hang on to it
but
there.
Yeah.
He's carried across the middle. He had plenty of company. Now it's 3-on-2. They missed that pass to Hubs. That was looking pretty promising for Yankton there for a few moments. Three minutes gone already in the second. Again, we want to thank our new Yankton sponsors, Ear, Nolt, and Throats Associates of Yankton and Yankton Motor Company. Thanks, folks, for helping bring the live stream back to your community. Janistek, he's knocked off of there by Barger. Winkleplex steps up and sends one through.
Uh-oh. Dangerous pass by Anderson.
Benson, he touches across.
Good back check by the Flyers at 19 for Yankton. Colby Benson's got some speed.
And Barger made the trip. He just was just a moment late. Anderson now.
Whoops.
It's up and out.
There goes a sheetrock. Puck way out of play.
So we've got a pretty big day for Hockey 605's first birthday tomorrow. We got the Sioux Falls Flyers girls at 2:30, and then the Orange team will take on Yankton JV and Yankton Varsity tomorrow night.
Well, we're thankful you're spending your birthday at the Shields Iceplex, Randy.
Oh yeah, well how else would Hockey 605 spend their birthday but doing hockey? Sam Prisby, he is looking for Adams across the way. That's sent on around. Sam Prisby on it again. Now Ben Prisby. Now Sam Prisby. He slips as he goes in. Adams. He's got Ben Prisby in the middle.
Nice pass.
That was a great looking play. Wiedenbach was there. Sam Prisby touches over to Chase Adams. Now to Nelson. That deflects there off Tacky. Nelson goes after the puck. He touches over to Hackett. And Dardis comes and gets it. He was looking for Becker coming across there. And a shot.
Good shot by Hookie. Good quick shot. Good save by the goalie.
And that shot came off Wiedenbach. Another shot.
Oh.
And Wiedenbach catches that one.
Must be something in that crease down there. The goalie seemed to be tipping over backwards. Actually, that is the crease we had to take out this week, too, and put back in. Maybe it's a little slanted.
Lehman with the puck now for the Flyers. He sends it diagonal across. It's going to come back around. Now Wynette has it. He's going to skate out. Tries to flip it across, but Dardis is in the way there.
Good pass.
He sends it in. That's intercepted. Vavra now. He's looking across. He had Wynette with him. He took kind of a desperate lunge at it. He was just short. Yankton have been forward. Wynette, he sends it back up. Vavra. And that'll be offsides.
Well, Yankton's had a few more scoring opportunities in this game than what we saw at Orange last night.
You know, and you know, you think about if they'd have capitalized on the same percentage of their chances that the Flyers have, you know, it would be 4-2, maybe 4-3.
Right, exactly.
But they just haven't been able to. There's Nelson. He puts it back over to Thie. Thompson bounces that off the side.
Again, some good pressure here by Yankton.
Really good pressure. Barger just set one in. That came off goal iron. There's DeBerg racing to the puck with Koleski. And Barger.
Good read by Hackett.
Nelson can't find the handle. He flips it up to Benson. Yeah, and that's icing.
Good rush there, though, by Yankton.
Yeah.
Not been a high stick or offsides high stick. Had a little 2-on-1 opportunity. Swatted it out of the air, chest high. Could have probably been not called, but that's not the case.
And I'm not sure if any of these Yankton players are playing in one of the South Dakota elite teams. You would probably know.
I don't think so.
Winklepleck, he's put up against the boards there by Palmer. Adams in to get the puck, bring it out, or Otta, excuse me. Otta's on the goal. He drops it off for Caleb Anderson. He swats it in, it goes wide left. And now it's behind. Lehman finds Caleb Anderson. He's going to skate. No, he sends it over to Janicek. And that's behind the goal. They're going to call it icing.
A little rusty there. Caleb doesn't usually miss that pass.
9.5 left here in the second.
But it's good to see him out here.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to need him going into the state tournament. There's no doubt about that.
You know, I think this year's state tournament is going to be even better than last year. I think there's even more parity.
Oh, no doubt about it.
That comes back around to Hubbs. He had a man skating through and just couldn't get him the puck. That's knocked out of there by the Flyers.
Good check by Janicek.
Lehman takes a swat at it, can't get it all the way out. Winklepleck had a stab.
Good
That was
save
a
by
dangerous
Burnt. He's
moment.
got to pay attention down there.
Dangerous
Puck's been
moment
down there a little bit this
Yeah.
period. Advantage Yankton. Getting a little talking to for a little extra poke after the whistle, it looks like.
That one bounced off Ben Prisby on its way in. Ben Prisby picks out a pass attempt up, touches over to Adams. Great pass across to Sam Prisby. Ben Prisby saves with the play. He ends up with the puck for the Flyers. And that's icing. Second period just halfway gone now.
Oh!
Wow.
Bad bounce off the Shields Iceplex door. Just about caused the goal.
Wow, that was pretty interesting. Barger launched one. They were trying to gain a little space there. That went through. Adams on it. Shot there by Lehman.
Oh, nice shot. His first
Holy
goal of the year.
smokes. That was on the ice.
Like we said last night, shoot him hard on the ice.
And
First
just,
goal for the freshman, Zach Lehman.
Yeah, hit far post. What
Get
a
the
great
puck.
shot.
Get the puck. Ben Prisby got the puck for him there. Yeah.
And that widens the score to 5-0 Flyers.
Good for Zach Lehman. Great kid. Works his butt off.
Yeah,
Defensemen don't get a whole lot of credit. Probably get more blame than credit. Ooh, good save.
Yeah, Burt picks that one out of the air. That was headed in. That one comes off Burt. Becker tries touching it by.
Good pass.
Now Palmer. Yeah, Yankton have had good ideas all night long, but they, just somehow or other, at the moment of truth, can't either finish it or somebody gets in the way or the puck gets away on somebody. Winkelpleck. He flips it on, and he finds Hoekstra up top. Hoekstra fires.
Good save.
That bounced off Wiedenbach.
Another good save.
Becker tries another one. That's blocked. Hoekstra now. Oh, he puts it right in.
Play. He was going to send it back to the point there and was patient. Saw the guy wide open cross ice. Nice play.
Yeah, one more example of Becker putting himself in the right position to just get that little one-touch finish.
And just one time it. Didn't grab it, massage it, dangle it. Just
put it in there. Just knocked it in there.
No reason to wait.
6-0 now. The Flyers leading. Evans. He shovels it over to Thief. He takes a shot. That gets all tangled up there. And I don't know, the boys were kind of shoving a little bit in the end, but it didn't look like they're having a fight or anything.
No, probably the right thing to do, take them both. Didn't look like one was more aggressive than the other, so have them go to the box, feel shame for 2 minutes, and come back out.
Both teams still playing with 5. Nice centering pass, nobody there though. Stevenson, he puts it on over to Hubbs. Hubbs fires.
Good idea.
Burt makes a nice save on that one. Here comes DeBerg. He's got Dardis on the other side. Dardis holds up to not be off. Here comes Vavra. He fires. That goes across the front of the goal. Dardis lined up on that puck, but Wynett beat him to it. List sent that up. It went by 2 guys on the way. I thought that sure could have hooked up.
Well, this Yankton team, if I recall, they won a state tournament. They're probably their only state tournament in their program as Bantams, Pee Wee B about 6 years ago. So these kids were probably Pee Wee age. Because I know that I was coaching a Pee Wee B team. I was coaching that championship game, and they beat us 1-0 in overtime, probably for their first and only state championship win. Probably all these kids on the ice right here. Yeah. The program was new. So they know what it's like to win, that's for sure.
Oh, there's a pop.
Yep.
No hand up, though.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I thought maybe the elbow was a little high as it came in there.
Yep. Maybe a little frustration coming out of Timothy Cross. Gave Zach Lehman a little cross.
Well, we'll have to take a look at that on the video. What do you folks at home think? Say, by the way, if you're watching from home or somewhere else and you have somebody here at the Iceplex, would you please text them and let them know how the picture is coming into wherever you're watching from. Winkelpleck, he tries to find Anderson. That goes through. Comes out to the side. Otta misses that. Winkelpleck down on it. And that's a first-timer. Janicek really had some pace on that.
Oh, nice play by Otta.
Otta slipped around there for that wraparound.
Fooled him.
I'll tell you, that guy. Otta just is one of those guys that you just love to have on your team and hate to play against. He is just a pain in the neck every moment.
He's speedy, shifty,
clever. He isn't bothered by giving it up for the team when he's going in.
That was a nice goal there.
Yeah, that was smart. Sam Prisby, he's knocked off the puck there by Wynett. They try to find Vavra in the middle, but Adams intercepts. Flyers hoping to capitalize on that. Hackett sends it around. There's Adams. He fights in the corner. Sam Prisby's going in there to pick it up, and he does. He had Hackett coming in. Barely missed that one. Burnt sends it on around. Sam Prisby now having a look. He sends it across to Nelson. Nelson comes up to Adams. Now Ben Prisby. He drops it off. Oh. Holy smokes. That was a nice piece of work there. You know, Ben Prisby could have had that shot at any time, but apparently he had some sixth sense that Adams was coming in behind him. What a nice piece of work.
Well, around the back, doop-de-doo.
And with 1.5 minutes left here, Flyers go up 8-0. Wayman coming around behind. They come across here to Dardis. He's got two with him. Getting a little testy back there behind the goal. Under a minute, the clock's running. We're on running clock. Winkelpleck fires, that goes left. Barger makes a great centering pass and actually had cross there.
Play by Austin Barger.
Dardis waiting for that one on the other side. And that's going to do it for the second period. Flyers equal their first period production in terms of goals. They go up 8-0. And folks, we're going to hop off here real quick, let them clean the ice. We're going to go shake a few hands, and please, if you get an opportunity, text somebody you know is here, especially if you're from Yankton watching, and let us know how the picture's coming through to you. Folks, we'll give you a little different looking picture here in a minute, and we'll be back with you in about 14 minutes for the third period. Thanks for hanging with Hockey 605. Well, folks, we're back with you here, getting ready for the third period. Before we get started, I want to say a shout out to our two new sponsors from Yankton Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates. With the staff of great specialists, Yankton Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates strive to provide dedicated, individualized care for a wide range of conditions affecting the ear, nose, throat, sinuses, and balance system, as well as sleep disorders. They offer patients the most advanced diagnostic and treatment procedures. Thank you, folks, for supporting Hockey 605. And the third period has commenced. Evans finds a way through at that puck.
A 2-on-1 opportunity here.
Here we go. Hubs fired.
Another sucked back into the crease there.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on down there.
You'd be the guy to talk to. Also, folks, Yankton Motor Company, there's a reason that Yankton Motor Company has so many return customers, and that's because they care for the car, the person, the family, and the community. Stop out to Yankton Motor Company and experience the difference. Becker and List after that. Hoekstra shows up behind.
Good cycling here by White.
Hoekstra sends it back around. That gets caught up behind the goal. Bit of a shove there.
Pressure by White here.
That could lead to trouble. That was on frame.
So we got a different goalie for Yankton.
Yeah, that is Weiland, at least according to the roster. Sam Frisbee trying to get a hold of a puck there and did a little bit of acrobatics and slipped on the ice coming down. Looks like he's okay. He's coming up the ice. Here's Ben Frisbee. He knocks that around to Koletsky. Nelson now to Ben Frisbee. He puts it across to Adams. That bounces off the boards. Adams still on it. Thompson beat him to it. Trey Bakke, and Janasek flips it up. Almost an errant pass in the middle there, but Lehman got on top of it real quick. See a lot of stick swinging down there right now, Brian. Wynant. He passed up there to Palmer. Caleb Anderson looking to center to Janacek.
Shoot that puck is what he should do.
Lehman comes back out to Caleb Anderson. You know, that's the magic of Anderson and how big and strong he is. He can be pinned up against the boards, but they can't get the puck away from him because he's just so
one strong human being, yep.
He's like the immovable object and the irresistible force all rolled into one.
And, you know, strong on his feet. A lot of hockey players, you know, if they're not strong on their feet, they go down easy. But see the guys in the NHL and higher levels. They're just strong with their legs, and Caleb's one of those examples.
So what kind of chance do you suppose a player like him is going to have making that next level, going to college right away? Do you think he's going to have to go spend some time in the juniors?
Yeah, he's been practicing with the Blizzard up in Brookings, which is, I can tell you what, he's been doing it now for about a month. Getting hurt last week, and it slowed him up a little bit. But I noticed a big difference in his game from the point that he went up there to before he went up there. He seemed a little bit slower. Decisions weren't quite there. Shots weren't quite there. And then he goes up with the Blizzard, and he really has turned it up a gear, and rightfully so. You can't coast. You can't be slow at a level where there's guys that are their next step is college. So he's probably not going to be going to play college hockey next year. Pretty hard for a kid to be playing in South Dakota his senior year and jump into the collegiate level. But I tell you what, if there's any kid in the state that has the talent to do it, no doubt about it, it's him. He'll probably play somewhere in the NA level, whether it's NA1 or 2 or 3. He's got the skills. There's no doubt about that. And I know there's teams that want him, and that's the reason why he's practicing up at Brookings. I'm sure that they'd love to take him up there next year and have a roster spot for him, which would be awesome.
Boy, he'd be one to develop, man. He's got everything he needs.
No doubt. He has the full package right now. The one thing that he, probably needs is, a little bit more stamina, maybe a little more speed, but that will come in a hurry. Trust me, he's playing at that higher level and that speed. You can't not gain that speed from that level of hockey. Well, so I hope he does.
We used to say this in soccer all the time, too, where, just the environments we have with the competition, we can give them everything they need except that daily competition.
Right.
And these players from Chicago and some of the bigger areas, they have to compete for everything. When they get out of bed in the morning, they're competing for space, and that does make a difference on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, and playing, no knock to South Dakota amateur hockey, but we just haven't turned out a bunch of D1 players or anything. You've got to really kind of move away.
Yeah, you do.
Which is
Boy, that
too
was
bad,
exciting.
But maybe things years come.
Well, you got to do what it takes to get to the next level if you want to go there.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter where you're from, you still have to do that. So.
And you have to put in the work to do it.
We were really happy this morning to find out that on our Soccer 605 platform that, look at that.
Dardis with the goal.
That was a beauty.
Another bar down as he gets knocked on his butt. Sophomore Isaac Dardis. It's good to see the younger kids.
Anyway, we were happy to find out that Lee Winya, Sioux Falls Christian soccer player, is named Gatorade Player of the Year.
Oh, really?
And he was also named Soccer 605 A Boys Player of the Year. And literally in the last 2 years, Gatorade has been naming Players of the Year in South Dakota. And every one of them has also been the Soccer 605 Player of the Year.
Wow. Good golfer, too, I think, Lee Winya, isn't he?
He's just a tremendous athlete and just a grade A guy, You get the Soccer 605 Elite 11 Player of the Year by being effective on the field. But Gatorade, you have to be effective on the field and in your community, too.
Sure.
And it was Lee's, ironically, it was Lee's second year. Here comes Adams. He looks across. Sam Prisby. He sends it back to Ben Prisby. Ben has a slapper, and that's corralled there. But Lee was a Soccer 605 Player of the Year twice, and he's been Gatorade Player of the Year twice, too.
Where's he going to play soccer?
To, I think he's going to he's going to Northwestern.
Okay. In
a lot of
Big Ten?
In Iowa.
Yeah.
Here comes Cross. He's got speed. Anderson looks up, gets it across the ice. Otta makes a nice slashing skate through the middle, but pass was behind him. Lehman touches over to Otta. He gets nudged off the puck. Janicek gets a nice gentle nudge to the ice. Here comes Otta now. He's going to try to skate through a bunch of them. He gets on behind. No wrap around this time.
Oh, good try.
That was a nice little play back from Anderson to Otta. All right, here come Yankton. Lehman won the race to that puck, and it's back in behind now. Winkelpleck now. He kind of lost the handle on it. That invited a fight for Peraxlis. Sorry about that. Six and a half now left in the game. Flyers with a dominant lead, 9-0. Hubs after that one. Wow, that's a great shot there.
Oh, good save. Wide
Graver
open.
made a really nice turn, and that was a good piece of goaltending work.
Now here it comes the other way. Nice goal. Oh, from one scoring opportunity to the other one right down to the other end.
Yep.
Colin Thie with the goal.
And that makes it 10-0. Graver had a great opportunity there. Just a nice piece of goalkeeping work by Burnt. You ever play goalie?
Actually, about on New Year's Eve night, I played in Roger Casa's Rhino C League. They were short on guys because it was New Year's Eve, and he asked if I'd play, and I said, I'll only play if I can play goalie. And he said, all right, I'll take you up on it. It was a fun night. I was sweating before I even they dropped the puck. That's a lot of equipment, and
we need to get Roger back on Hockey 605 and see how things are going with Rhino hockey.
Yeah, he should. I know he's actively trying to get kids and adults signed up for a spring league that will be out here, so you should get him on here. He runs the 3-on-3 league and the adult C league, so if you're interested in that, look into Rhino hockey.
Nice puck across there to Dardus, gets him out. Becker comes across the middle, now it's 3-on-2. Four and a half now left in the game. Hoekstra tries one.
Hey, Varsity Blue and Hockey 605 wants to thank our fans in Bowie, Maryland for turning into the game tonight. The Jacobs family. I know I hung out with the Jacobs family in Charlotte, North Carolina at the National Hockey Tournament. They're a wild bunch of hockey fans that get behind Jacob Otta and support him in all his golf and hockey endeavors. So a big shout out to the fans in Bowie, Maryland.
Isn't that great that they can be in Bowie and we can be here in Sioux Falls and we can still be connected somehow?
Very cool. My parents in Wisconsin said that this picture looks great, the sound looks great, and everything's rolling good tonight.
And another shout out to your family out there, Brian.
Yeah,
some of
Madison,
our best Hockey 605 fans.
That's right, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hopefully we'll be able to see them here in Sioux Falls for too long.
Yeah, they're coming out for the state tournament. Brookings, they'll be here.
Fantastic.
Well,
please bring them by to say hi.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll even have to interview them and get some of the secrets about you growing up.
I don't think so.
There's a shot.
Oh.
That's knocked wide right by Burnt. Another one.
Good save.
Benson whapped that in and Bert picked it out of the air. Looked like it was headed wide, but Bert controlled it. Sam Prisby flips it up. That was intercepted. Winklepleck now looking for a way out. He's got Prisby right. Here comes Prisby. He tried to connect with Thee coming across. Hubs. Wow, he sent that one fast across, went right through the crease. Thee kind of loses the handle on that one. Winklepleck goes back to it. And here comes Ben Prisby trying to hook up a Sam doing a crossing. Minute and a half now. Ben touches it in there toward the goal. That was touched wide by Weiland. Yankton get it out. Thee now on the puck for the Flyers. He sends it around. Vavra was on his way there, just was a little bit short getting to the puck. Otta sends it across. That's intercepted. Flipped up to Vavra. He's got speed. Half a minute left. That puck skips across the ice wide right. And that'll be off. They probably won't get a play before the buzzer blows. And the Flyers agree with that. Well, another impressive performance by Sioux Falls Blue.
Yeah, a little bit of roll. I got to go to Pier tomorrow. That'll be a good game.
Yeah, that's kind of a revenge game.
Yeah. Sioux Falls had the lead in that game and pretty much choked. So I'm sure they've got a sour taste in their mouth from that, and a couple lopsided wins the last couple nights here. So hopefully they come out with a little fire and make up for that loss. I think the first game of the year that game was, first or second game of the year. And it means something in the standings too. I mean, they're kind of all jockeying around that 1, 2, 3, 4 spot. So. And
that does matter this year. I'll tell you what, that 4 or 5 game going into the state tournament is going to be a tough game.
You don't really want to be the 4 seed because then you got to play the 1 seed if you make it past the first round, of course.
Yep.
So getting to 2 or 3 is a better spot than 4. That's for sure.
It does matter. Well, I wish I was going to be there, but we're going to be celebrating our first birthday here, right here at the Shields Iceplex. We've got the Flyers girls against Huron at 2:30. Then at 5:15, I think we have the JV taking on the Yankton JV, and then at 7:30, we have the Sioux Falls Flyers Orange taking on the same Yankton team, which should be a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be. I think they're, 2 teams played these Sioux Falls Blue last night, and pretty much the same score. And you're right, it will be a competitive game.
Yeah, and their game matters too because they're jockeying for position.
Absolutely.
So. And that's one thing about Yankton. You look at a team that's in the basement and you wonder what they're going to look like. But, they created a tremendous amount of opportunities for themselves tonight and just, were unlucky.
No doubt. I mean, they've got a new program. Some of these kids probably haven't been playing nearly as long as almost all the kids on Sioux Falls Blue. And that pro is not going to be long. I know that there's kids like the Zach Jurgens and Glenn, when they played Rapid City, Rushmore was the doormat of the league. And now, Rapid City Rushmore is no longer the doormat.
Yeah.
So it takes some time to build programs, and won't be long, and you'll see Yankton up there amongst the top.
Yeah, they're doing a great job out there. Well, Brandon, I think it's time for us to check on out of here.
All right, Randy, it was fun once again.
Yeah, I really enjoy having you here with me. You can be my safety blanket or whatever.
All right, sounds good. Have
Folks,
fun tomorrow, and a happy birthday to Hockey
hey,
605
yeah, happy
tomorrow.
birthday, Hockey 605. Folks, thanks for hanging with Hockey 605. We'll be back at 2:30 tomorrow with the Sioux Falls Flyers girls varsity against Huron. Thanks for hanging with Hockey 605.